Hello out there, this is Wake Angel 2001, and this is the Sonic Boom Vlog for episode 5, his biggest fan. Okay, so, quick note. First of all, spoiler alert for everyone who waits until this episode airs on Cartoon Network, because I'm watching it on Boomerang now, meaning that this episode will not air on Cartoon Network until next Saturday at 6 in the morning. So, yeah, be aware of that. Second, I think Cartoon Network has officially gone completely stupid. Alright, this is just something that I found when I was using my cable service to look ahead in the schedule to confirm the time slot. It called this episode 4. And I'm wondering, like, how can it be episode 4? This is the 5th episode of the series. The first episode was with the method actor, then they went to space, then there was, oh, I'm forgetting the order now. Then there was the network, and then, what came after network? Oh, God, it's right at the edge of my memory. I've had 3 hours of sleep last night, and I'm just coming off my shift, so, darn it, what came after the network? Jump cut. Right, Alone Again Unnaturally. How did I forget that? I love that episode. I really am tired. Okay, so, yeah, that was 4 episodes, and that would make the episode they're giving now the 5th. So how would the network that airs it miscount and call it episode 4? My only guess is that it's because of that stupid month-long hiatus. They aired a single episode from the first season, the second season, and then completely ignored the series for a whole month. By the time they finally resumed it, they probably forgot that they gave the first episode, so they started counting again. Because they're Cartoon Network. They are idiots. And yes, even Boomerang is the same people as Cartoon Network, so that doesn't get a pass. Alright, so now let's start talking about this episode. This episode... Okay. Alright, let's see. If you want to simultaneously take a jab at the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom while homaging Stephen King's Misery, that's this episode, basically. Yeah, it starts with Career Day, where they have a bunch of characters like talk to a bunch of school-age kids about their jobs, and Comedy Chimp has a pretty funny beat where he comes onto the stage and does an enthusiastic welcome, and then he realizes, and then he looks down to see what he's talking about. It's like, Career Day, ugh. That's a Krusty the Clown level thing. Like you ever seen an old Simpsons episode where Krusty says, "And now it's time for my favorite part of the episode." And he can't read the cue cards. Like, what does that say? Talk to the audience. Ugh, this part's always death. So yeah, like Comedy Tim. Wow, my Krusty voice really messed up my throat. So yeah, Comedy Chimp totally pulled a Krusty there. Yeah, and then we see like that the walrus lady who's always losing her baby. She's like descended from a rich aristocrat. That explains why she's so irresponsible. There's a bunch of there's just cameos. So Sonic, of course, he goes up on the stage. He does his thing. He talks about an adventure he has with Eggman, and it's awesome. The kids cheer. He does a mic drop, and oh yeah, there was one thing where Amy says that she's surprised that Sonic got picked to talk at Career Day. And like, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get picked for the snide commentary day. Yeah, Amy is kind of snide in this series, isn't she? So, after he gets off the stage, this guy comes up. He's, oh, I don't even remember his name. Is he, Frank the Tarsier? God, my brain is not working. Okay, everybody who watches my channel knows that I'm terrible at names. I have an event-centric memory that can recall the order and detail of everything that happens in something that occurs to me, but God help me if I had to actually recall a person's name during that event, because I don't remember this dude's name. Which is kind of sucky because he's brought up, like it's very important who he is. So basically, since he's Sonic's biggest fan, he does everything he can to ingratiate him. Basically, acting like that one guy at a convention who's just way too super into the guys on the autograph lines. I have met this guy at conventions. This is totally a thing. So yeah, he's trying to be like Sonic. He's trying to do everything he can to ingratiate himself towards Sonic. He's trying to be. He's trying to eat with him. He's trying to go. He's trying to hang out with him. He's trying to become part of his circle. And in the end, he decides to try and become Sonic's assistant. To handle his mundane tasks. Like when Sonic's waiting in a tedious line at the post office, he volunteers to do the job for him so that Sonic can go do other things. So Sonic runs off to get a chili dog, and he rudely elbows his way to the front of the line to mail the package. Almost freaks the hell out when it turns out the package is a stamp short. But when Sonic comes back, he just, pays for the extra stamp, and like typical fan obsession. He's trying so hard to please Sonic that he freaks out at the fact that he might do something that Sonic might not like for just a moment. Then it gets like in a battle, he actually gives Sonic some advice on where to attack that archaeologist guy that took the mech suit from season 1? Yeah, they were fighting him today, and he directed Sonic to go for the weak point and the mech's shins, which disables it, so he has to limp away. And then comes the part where everything goes wrong. Oh yeah, before everything goes wrong, however, Tails does mention to Amy that this guy's levels of obsession are looking pretty strange, and that he's surprised that Amy's not more familiar with this kind of thing. To which she grimaces at him until he finds an excuse that it was because she took a psychology class, but he's totally talking about insane yandere Amy from Proper Universe. Yeah, so everybody wants to go to a movie. Sonic says that he's gonna go ahead, but the crazy fan, says that he had to work with Sonic to get the face for his book jacket. And book jacket, it's a really nice drawing of Sonic's face, but it says, okay, so we're gonna do this real quick, and then I'll catch up to you guys at the movies. So when they're on their way, he drives a motorcycle and he crashes into a rock, and Sonic wakes up in bed in a body cast. He says that he was injured in that horrible accident, which totally wasn't his fault, and he's gonna nurse him back to health. And this is where the misery parody comes in. So, like, he feeds him soup and pie and pretends to be all nurturing. And then he starts reading. He decides to start reading his Sonic the Hedgehog fan fiction to him, and he has to actually go through a bunch of fan fiction before he can find something that's actually safe for family presentation. You all know what that's in reference to. We are disgusting people. Oh, speaking of how disgusting we as people are, I forgot to mention that Sonic was so happy to have a fan that liked him and didn't constantly criticize him. That could be an in-universe reference because, as you recall from the Just a Guy episode, the people of this town that Sonic protects are always willing to be critical against him whenever a minor flaw in his personality can be detected. But you know that he's actually talking about the fans who are always talking about how terrible his new games are. I mean, especially for Sonic Boom on the Rise of Lyric on the Wii U. That thing got so much negative criticism. So yeah. Oh god, we're going down some very, very disturbing rabbit holes. Sonic tries to make an escape. And just like in the Misery movie, he accidentally knocks over some knickknacks. He isn't able to put them back exactly right, so gives his escape attempt away. And he's just like, "You're gonna be punished. I'll have to make you eat your next piece of pie off one of my collector plates. No, but collector plates aren't food safe! Not food safe! Yeah, this is true. Collector plates often use toxic levels of paint. Don't eat off a collector's plate. At least nothing wet. Maybe you'd be safe with dry food, but just don't do it. You might scratch your plate. You might scratch your collector plate. You don't want to do that. Sonic's friends Amy, Tails, and Knuckles, apparently Sticks is on vacation this week, wonder where the heck he is, so they go down to the fanboy's house, and he says that he doesn't know where Sonic is until the muffled screams come, and so they try to find a way to sneak in, only get home alone in the face, and they all wake up in bed in body casts. And oh yeah, I know someone's gonna make me mention it because I forgot to mention the blast processing joke from last week's episode. So yeah, I guess I shouldn't forget to mention that there was some Son Amy fan fiction in there, which he wasn't really a particular fan of, but it was kind of obligatory for being part of this fandom. I do think that might in fact be something I said. I mean, everybody knows that my favorite Sonic couple is, of course, Sonic and Sally, because I was such a fan of the old Sad AM cartoon and its continuation in the comic book series for these past 2 decades. But, I know there's some people who are fans of Sonic primarily because of the video games or maybe the anime, so they would default to Amy since she was the primary love interest in those particular aspects. But seriously, like I was really, really creeped out how often this guy could sound like me. Alright, so Sonic figures that even if they're injured, he's only one guy and there's 4 of them, so they should be able to take him out even in the condition they're in. So they all try to wobble around in their body cast, but they're not fast enough and they keep knocking each other over. Until Sonic gets bounced around and his leg cast breaks. And it's like, oh no, my legs, my fragile broken bones. I'm not injured. So he breaks the rest of his cast, and Amy, Tails, and Knuckles break out of their casts, and they proceed to womp the guy, take him out. Sonic fires him as his personal assistant, and the episode just kind of ends. Oh yeah, another thing that I didn't really mention. There was the guy was showing off some artwork he made. Like he showed a picture of Sonic that he was working on where the arms were unpainted. Like it's almost done. I just got to do the arms, and it's Sonic with his skin-colored arms. Proper universe. Aside from the fact that he's taller and still has a scarf. Yep, this... Okay, now, this is an episode that takes a hyper fan like me, or like a lot of other fans of Sonic the Hedgehog are, and it basically makes the hyper fan the villain. However, this is still quite enjoyable. I mean, it's not the awesome reference... I mean, it still had some really cool references, but it wasn't the awesome reference-heavy episode from last week. It was still good. Wasn't as good as last week's, but this is still very good. I easily say this would be the topper echelons of Season 1, even if it is a relative low point for Season 2. Still great. Now, what was... Okay... Alright, I guess... I hate that I keep on bringing this up. I'm gonna have to compare it to Teen Titans Go again. When Teen Titans Go addresses fans of the series, especially older fans, it's always so malicious about it. It insults people for ever having liked Teen Titans, or liking the DC universe, or even liking cartoons in general. It's extremely mean-spirited, saying, What are you doing even watching this crap? You're way too old for this. You should be filing your taxes and doing your job. Or are you some pathetic basement dweller who's too busy who's too busy nitpicking episode continuity to shower. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, Teen Titans Go is a very malicious, mean-spirited series when it addresses fans. But this one, like, even though it's taking a hyper fan and turning him into the villain, it's still doing so it's still lighthearted and enjoyable and speaks in completely affectionate terms. It's like it's you know, it's not the people who write this show aren't a bunch of fan-hating assholes, is what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, the thing that makes this particular episode so great is essentially it's an episode of a show that can take a few jabs at its own fandom without alienating them. Cause like I can watch the show and say, yeah, I see that, I see it. Yeah, it's a thing. So yeah, it's perfectly lighthearted. It's not mean-spirited at all. I genuinely did enjoy this episode, even if this episode wasn't super awesome like last week's. It's still a very good episode. This season 2 continues to be an improvement over the first season. The fourth wall humor was strong with this one though, so like that. I'm guessing the fourth wall humor is going to be a staple of this series for this season, which kind of makes sense because they kind of relied a lot on fourth wall humor in the short-lived comic book, which only ran for 11 issues, which is kind of a shame. Okay, so this is Wake Angel 2001, and this has been the 5th episode, not the 4th network, of Sonic Boom. Oh yeah, one more thing. That fan at the end that Sonic ran screaming from, she totally looked like a 6-year-old's fan art of what classic Amy Rose looked like. You all saw it. I just know you did. Alright, so this is the real ending.